Oh, look at that. You're awake. You're probably wondering why you're on my pool table right now. Have you ever watched the hit TV show Dexter? No? Well, you're about to experience one of the best first seasons in TV show history, now in video game form. But first you're gonna die. I can't see shit in this thing. It's the Dexter game. It was Dexter's lab, but now it's Dexter's table. He grew up and became a serial killer. When Dexter first aired in 2006, it was a huge hit for Showtime, becoming the most popular show on the channel. Even with its decline in quality in the later seasons, it was still able to maintain a passionate fan base, with the first episode getting over 3 million viewers when it first aired, and the widely disliked season 8 finale of the show garnered over 2.8 million viewers, as well as Dexter New Blood getting over 8 million weekly viewers. It was really the first TV series to kickstart the TV craze, in my opinion. Of course, you had other shows before it, but those were very few and far between that were even worth mentioning. Everyone was mostly focusing on episodic shows like Family Guy or The Office. But the big kicker was when Dexter showed up on Netflix. It really elevated the show's popularity to great heights. After that, there was new series after new series. You had all the good shows like Breaking Bad, Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things, and Better Call Saul. And with this overwhelming popularity, it was just a matter of time until Dexter got a bunch of merchandise and even a very well-made video game. So in this midnight broadcast, I'll be going over the good, the bad, and the very ugly in the Dexter video game. In September of 2009, Showtime was gearing up to air the 4th season of Dexter, arguably one of the best seasons in the show's history and a huge turning point that would change the foundation of the show forever. Developer Icarus Studios released a tie-in game featuring the iconic blood spatter analyst revisiting the events of the first season with the ice truck killer. The game originally released for iOS devices, but later got a PC port and was released in 2010. You almost can't find this game anywhere nowadays, since it's been removed off the digital stores for some reason. You can still find the sequel and the spin-offs online, but those are just a whole nother level of gross. Baby got back! But shockingly for a mobile game, it's actually quite well done. With fully animated FMV cutscenes, a fully voiced cast, including some of the stars from Dexter reprising their roles, with Michael C. Hall as Dexter and Eric King as James Dokes, as well as other amazing voice actors, like Kimberly Brooks, known for playing Skye in League of Legends Arcane, and the reason everyone's into goth girls now, Luna from the Hex Girls and Scooby-Doo. She also lent her voice to a couple of characters in South Park, like Classy and Nicole Daniels, Token's girlfriend, and so many more other recognizable characters. But in this game, she voices Lieutenant Maria LaGuerta, and voicing Deborah Morgan is Anna Graves, mostly known for being the original voice of Naoto Shirogane in Persona 4 and Golden. Aside from the voice acting, the game takes a more open approach to the story, allowing the player to choose their own adventure and rewrite the story, taking inspiration from Telltale and other titles. Like, instead of killing somebody, you can call the cops on them, but that is just so boring. All the choices in this game have a Life is Strange butterfly effect. Every dark choice you make causes your mask meter to go up, while cleaning up crime scenes or killing people causes your mask to go down. The gameplay loop revolves around a bunch of different minigames like dig up 3 dead kids, getting the guy that buried those dead kids to confess to doing so, kill said guy that buried those kids, sneak around very slowly, breaking and entering, scanning fingerprints, test DNA, analyze blood, and try to hack into computers with the worst hacking minigame ever. I swear to God, I hate this frickin' minigame. Fuck! The game starts off exactly like the first episode of the show with an introduction from Dexter.
My name is Dexter Morgan, and it's going to happen soon. Again and again. Has to happen. There he is, Mike Donovan, upstanding teacher and choir director. He's the one. I've had my eye on him for some time now, waiting for him to show me his dirty little secrets. My dark passenger wants me to take action now, but I have to be careful. I have to be sure. That's the code my father taught me. Rule number 1, don't get caught. What are you hiding?
And he's stalking Mike Donovan, a choir director and pastor. Mikey here is digging holes for 3 little kids that he killed, and it's up to Dexter to re-dig up these kids and prove that Mike Donovan is a killer. Also, for some reason, pressing left and right on the keyboard causes Dexter to strafe slower than my grandma. After digging them up, it's time to set up the kill room and kidnap Mike. And we are introduced to the first sneaking minigame. All you're supposed to do here is follow Mike until he stops walking, occasionally hiding behind bushes and garbage cans. And when you get close enough to him, you get hit with a cutscene of kidnapping him. And after that, we roll up to the kill room and we actually get to choose what weapon to kill him with. We got a bone saw, a knife, and a cleaver. I just chose the classic old knife. And now we have to get Mike to confess to his crimes. Once he confesses, we get thrown into a killing minigame where you just have to drag the mouse across these lines. After we're done killing him, we bag him up and throw him into the ocean. Classic Dexter stuff. Now Dexter's getting a load off in his apartment, and here is where we're introduced to the semi-open world of the game. But first, we can fully explore Dexter's apartment. The iconic air conditioner corner is here, with the slide box and photos of his past victims. Speaking of photos, Dexter has very pixelated photos of his sister, Rita, and his dad, and I'm pretty sure that's Theo Vaughn. What the hell is he doing here? I also forgot to mention, this game has first person and third person, and after we're done looking around Dexter's apartment, we go to the first crime scene and meet up with Deborah, Dexter's sister. And we're told to go to the hotel room where she's staying, and... Ah! What the hell is that? What the hell happened to Deborah? I'm not in any pain at all. God help me! Help me! We also get to meet Masuka and Batista in the pool. They explain Dexter isn't needed because he's the blood guy, and strangely, there is no blood here. Also, shout out to whoever did the voice for Batista. I mean, it's a spot-on impression. Unless it's the actor himself, but he's not credited here.
Not a drop of blood in the body or anywhere on the scene. Nada.
He's not a vampire. Miami is too sunny. How does the killer get rid of the blood?
It's hard to say. Body's in good shape, though. Nice, neat packages. Head is over there if you want to take a look.
After that, we end up at Miami Metro to do our job, and Sergeant James Dokes is on our ass. This starts a confrontation minigame where you have to keep this ball in the green square to keep Dexter's cool. It's very simple. Once Dokes is done laying into us, we can finally explore Miami Metro. It's not 100% show accurate, but it's pretty damn close. The most accurate part of the entire building is the forensics area. They do got some tiny details though, like the donuts in the break room and the lady working at the records department. Even though she looks nothing like the actress. Earlier, Dokes asked us for a report on a cokehead murder, so now we gotta analyze some blood. And this damn minigame is so annoying. You have to get the blood perfect for the game to register it. They forgot to tell me with each length of the line changes the pattern of the blood, and they don't even give you a hint. Plus, you only have a certain amount of blood to work with until you fail the minigame and have to restart over. I spent at least 10 minutes on this minigame. After that, we can finally focus on new victims. Jamie Jaworski and Robert Masali. Jaworski is on Dexter's radar for killing several women and creating snuff films with them, and Robert is connected to Dokes' cocaine case. I chose to go after Jamie Jaworski first. For the first mission, all you have to do is spy on him. After that, you follow him to a construction site and break into his car, and find out where he lives. And then you go to his house and break in, but nearly get caught by his dog. I originally got caught by the dog, meaning I had to bust the window to get into this guy's bedroom. When you're in his bedroom, you find a bunch of pornography and his snuff website, and that's enough for Dexter to get the confirmation to kill him. But we're actually given the option to call the cops or kill him. I chose to call the cops just to see what would happen, but it was kind of disappointing. Nothing actually happened. He just got arrested and that's it, and there wasn't even a cutscene for that. On the other hand, for the coke case, Dexter offers to help Dokes with his case, but he doesn't go for that. So instead, Dexter gets Masuka to distract Dokes. Then we just yoink the file off his desk, and now Dexter shows up at the cokehead's house, and we have to sneak around and listen to this conversation. Turns out the cook was actually the killer, and Dokes had the wrong guy the whole time. To confirm that the cook is the killer, you gotta sneak into the morgue and see the dead body that this guy killed. After that, we sneak into the auto body shop and search for clues. And it turns out the cook is definitely the killer. Once again, we're given the option to either kill or call the police. This time around, I chose to kill the guy, and we kill him right on top of his car in the auto shop. Once we're done with those two, it's on to the ice truck killer, and the rest of the game plays out exactly like the first episode. Rita and Dexter go on a date and smash up some crabs. Dexter ditches Rita during the date to find another ice truck killer body. Deborah and Dexter discuss that the ice truck killer might be using an ice cream truck to store his bodies. While Dexter is finishing up a kill and going home, he runs into the ice truck killer and follows him, but gets caught by him and gets a severed head thrown at his car. When Dexter gets home, he sees a doll head taped to his freezer, and when he opens up the refrigerator door, he sees the rest of the doll in pieces. And the game just abruptly ends! It's over just like that! It gives you a little tiny taste on what the show offers, but that's it. Honestly, kind of disappointing for a game that was actually fun to play. But I wonder if they blew their budget on the cast and having multiple outcomes for situations situations. For an iOS game back in 2009, it's kind of impressive to have that type of stuff, plus being fully voice acted. When the game came out, it was received quite well among Dexter fans, and thankfully the game has been preserved and you can find it in certain places, but it's quite hard to actually own a copy of the game. When Dexter ended back in 2013, it left a lot of fans disappointed, but thankfully Showtime has been making new spin-off shows of Dexter trying to fix the mistakes that were made, but none of those are ever going to recapture the greatness that the original show had. And if this show can get a video game, Breaking Bad can get a video game too.
Think this funny?
Not at all. They said that stain would come out.
Fuck you.
Think this funny? Not at all. They said that stain would come out. Fuck you. Think this funny? Not at all. They said that stain would come out. Fuck you. Think this funny? Not at all. They said that stain would come out. Fuck you.
Think this funny? Not at all. They said that stain would come out. Fuck you.